Hi, third graders. I'm here to read you the next chapter of Save Me a Seat. So we're at chapter 27, Robbie. Premia storms into my room, waving a piece of paper. Wake up, Robbie, and explain this to me right now, she says, pulling the sheets off my face. What is it? I ask, rubbing my eyes. What's wrong? Her hands are shaking as she pushes the wrinkled paper under my nose. I found this in your school bag. What is it? I ask, sitting up and reaching for my glasses. Look at me, Robbie, says Premia, grabbing my chin and pulling my face toward her. Tell me what's going on. What have I done? I ask, trying to see what's written on this piece of paper. Alma comes in, takes the paper, and sits beside me on the bed. It's some kind of drawing, she says, smoothing the paper on her knee. I push up my glasses, rub my nose, and look at the paper. It's a cartoon of a bunch of people wearing the same shirt. Did you draw this? Asks Alma. No, I tell her. I've never seen it before in my life. Premia snitches the paper from me and studies it. Who is this boy? She asks suspiciously. Is that supposed to be you? Has someone been calling you names? She's pointing to a boy wearing shoes that look like giant potatoes. I know who this is supposed to be. This isn't me. It's the boy who sits behind me in class. He goes for special help with Miss Frost. I call him Bigfoot, and we know he's referring to Joe. But his real name is Joe Sylvester. I say, whoever drew this cartoon probably meant to give it to him and accidentally put it in my bag instead. I hope this will satisfy my grandmother and put an end to the drama, but instead she starts up again. Why do you and Mr. Big Feet sit together? She demands. Are you friends? Alma asks. We don't sit together. I sit behind him. The seating is alphabetical, I explain. And no, Alma, we are not friends. My mother knows me too well. What's going on, Raja? She says. You have to tell me. I want to tell her everything. How Dylan Samreen called me Curry and how I ran away and hid in the bathroom. How I have not made a single friend at school and have been ridiculed and laughed at every single day since day one. I want to tell her that I have been tricked into tasting beef too, but I just can't. What's wrong? Alma asks, squeezing my shoulder. Ow, I cry. Alma gently pulls open the top of my pajama shirt and gasps. What's happened? She asks, gently touching my bruise with her fingertips. Nothing, Alma, I lie. I just bumped myself. Premia turns on her heel and leaves the room, only to return a minute later wearing her sweater and shawl. She also has a scarf covering her head. Where are you going so early in the morning? Alma asks. Premia ignores her. Get up, Robbie, she commands. Why? I ask. I am coming to school with you. I want to see for myself what's going on at this so-called Albert Einstein Elementary School. Nothing is going on, Premia, I say, and you cannot come to school with me. When did you start answering back to your elders? She says, her eyes flashing. It's all this American influence. Are you ashamed of your Premia now? Embarrassed of her sorry and Bindi? I'm sure that's not how she feels, Alma says. And I'm going to go to the back so that I can tell you guys exactly what it says for a Bindi. It says a Bindi is a dot worn on the forehead. And the other one is a sari. I know what these are, but I want to make sure I give you guys the best explanation. It says a sari is a traditional Indian dress consisting of a long piece of cloth elaborately wrapped around the waist and passed over the shoulder. So she gets herself all dressed and is ready to go. What do you know about it? Premia snaps. Tell her, Robbie. It's true, isn't it? You wish your silly old Premia had stayed behind in India where she belongs, don't you? There's no place for me here in your new American life, full of insulting cartoons and mysterious bruises. No, Premia, I say. I'm glad that you're here. But she ignores me and goes on. I'll tell your Premia to bring the suitcases from the garage. We'll buy a ticket today and fly back to India. Alma sighs. Don't be silly. Ravi just told you he doesn't want you to leave. Premia narrows her eyes at Alma. You've poisoned his mind. That's what it is. We both know you don't want me here anymore. Goodness gracious. Sorry, students. Let me start that sentence over. We both know you don't want me here any more than he does. Stop, I shout. The reason you can't come to school with me is because I am not going to school today. Are you feeling sick again? My mother asks, quickly putting her hand on my forehead to check for a fever. Let me feel your pulse, says Premia, putting her fingers on my wrist. Now, all of a sudden, her voice is quivering with concern. I'm not sick, I say, pushing their hands away. I'm finished with Albert Einstein Elementary School forever. I quit. That's not a great reaction from Robbie either. So both boys are kind of having a difficult morning, aren't they? And unfortunately, school is not something you can quit. Actually, that's not unfortunate. I think school is great, and I hope that you all love school, even when we're doing this distance learning. But unfortunately for Robbie and how he's feeling right now, quitting school is not an option. So anyway, we will be checking in later in the week to read our next chapter. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Getting pretty close to the end of our book. That was chapter 27. And let's see, there wasn't a table of contents. That's interesting. Let's see how many chapters we have. 49, but they're pretty short. So we've got a little bit more of the book left. I will continue to be recording the lessons and posting them for you guys of the read aloud, and hope that you're following along at home and enjoying. Talk to you guys later. Bye.